All right.
We're here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. As usual, I'm your host, Mark Pierce. Special guests today, first time ever, a lot of firsts today on Song of the Day. The first time I get to share the stage with both of my daughters, Zoe and Lila. That's exciting. Are you guys excited?
Yes.
All right, we're going to talk about that in a second. But the other first time we've recorded a show several days in advance because Zoe is heading off to College Park tomorrow. So we wanted to do an episode to post before she leaves. This is our Wednesday post of the week. Also, first time I've ever worn the same shirt twice in 1 week. I miss live music, but that's important because of what we're talking about today. So, Wednesdays, the special on Wednesdays is we play a band you've never heard before or a song from a band that you know. So, today we are highlighting one Miss Regina Spektor, one of our favorite posters right here that hangs in our kitchen. She is a big part of our music life in this house, and we're going to talk about her today, but she is awesome. It turns out she has a big following, but a lot of you may know nothing about her or not have heard about her, so we're going to post a bunch of songs by her, and we want to hear what you think once you listen to her, or if you've been listening to her, tell us about your experience with her. So Lila is going to take it from here and tell us a little bit about Regina Spektor.
Yeah, so Regina Spektor is 40, which I feel like she's younger, but she's 40, and she was born in Moscow, and she started playing the piano at age 7, and she only played classical until her father introduced her to bands like the Beatles and then Queen and Moody Blues, and yeah.
And so then they moved to the Bronx in 1989. They could not bring their piano with them, but she was talented, and so they got to the Bronx and she was able to kind of find a way to play piano at different places. It was mostly classical only, but then she started getting introduced to hip-hop and punk and Joni Mitchell and Annie DeFranco, so then that started to influence what she was doing, and she started writing her own songs at a young age, and she started playing live, and she started getting a lot of attention in the East Village at the Sidewalk Cafe. She ended up being asked to be one of the opening bands for the Strokes, which was a big deal. She was on tour with them, and one of the opening bands for them was Kings of Leon, and they ended up asking her to tour with them after the fact, so she really started picking up some speed then. It was then that she got a record contract in 2004. She had been peddling her own CDs and selling them at her shows, and her record deal involved her first album, Soviet Kitsch, which she had already recorded the year before, and was selling it at her shows out of suitcases, and that's what actually came out for distribution. She put out Begin to Hope in 2006. That went to number 20, and the song Fidelity was on that, and the Sirius radio station Left of Center, the fans voted that the #1 song of 2006 by far. So, what is she like in concert? We've seen her in concert. That's the part we're going to talk about for a second. Sarah and I saw her once in New Haven. We had tickets to see her again, and we could not go to the show. That was hard to miss that show. And then the 4 of us saw her at this show on Broadway, and it was awesome. I mean, she is so good in concert. If you get a chance to see her in concert, do it. We're going to talk about live music. I mean, live music is so important. We're not seeing it now. I sure do miss it. When it comes back, support your small places to see bands like the Infinity Hall in Hartford. We see tons of shows. Sarah and I have seen hundreds of shows. They're going to need our support, but sometimes you go see a band and maybe you don't know any songs or just a few songs, and you go and you're like, wow, that was just awesome. So make sure you support live music when this all comes back. So Zoe, what about her? What is her singing style like? Like, what is she? She's a piano player, singer, songwriter. Tell me about her. And tell me about the show. What you thought about seeing her in concert?
Yeah, it was amazing seeing how, like, watching someone do that much good work on a piano and also sing the way that she does. Like, it's just like you could just watch it for hours. I feel like we just were like mesmerized the whole time, and she was like interacting with, like, it was just an overall such a good experience, and I would totally see her again. But so also just in her songs, she has a lot of words that are in Latin and French and Russian, and so it's also interesting to hear her sing in these different languages, or just different words that you're not familiar with, and how that kind of like mixes in together with all of her different styles. And she uses she draws from a lot of literary figures like F. Scott Fitzgerald, Hemingway, The Little Prince, Virginia Woolf, Margaret Atwood, and Samson and Delilah. And it's very it's just like you can tell that the songs are well researched, and like she puts a lot into them, which is kind of always makes them better, in my opinion.
Yeah, Lila, what do you think about her live?
Yeah, she's just like an unreal amount of talent, like just like natural talent. Like there was nothing like fancy about what she was doing. Like it was different than other concerts that we've seen, like Katy Perry, like amazing concert, but like this was just so different because I feel like it was just purely like her sitting there with us and like playing piano and singing for us, versus like I don't know, I just thought it was like cool to watch.
And she seems like she's having a really good time.
Yeah, like she seems like she's genuinely enjoying herself, and like it's kind of like we're not there sometimes. Like she's just doing her own thing. I don't know.
Yeah, and she tells stories about her songs, and she laughs at herself, and she's very quirky and funny.
Yeah, kind of like she does different variations of them, and like, puts a little new twist on things. It's very fun.
Yeah, so we can't wait to see her again if she ever comes around, right?
Yes.
So let's talk about her music, her songs. So Soviet Kitsch had the Sailor Song and Carbon Monoxide, but Begin to Hope is really the album that really, for us, is the one we probably listen to the most by far. Begin to Hope, you got to listen to. We're going to post these below, so you're going to get a chance. But Fidelity, Better, Samson, On the Radio, Hotel Song, and then in 2009 she put out the album Far, and that had Eat, E-E-T, right? Yeah. And Laughing With, and then in 2016 she put out Remember Us to Life, and that had the Grand Hotel on it. And so really it's those Begin to Hope songs that are our favorites, right? So tell me about your favorite songs, your favorite song, or what do you think are the best ones?
I tried to find this. The first time I really heard it kind of in full was in the concert, but Loveology, and it was like you have to look it up on YouTube to find it, and it's not on any it's not on Spotify or anything like that. So sometimes I'll just like look up the YouTube video of her doing it, and it's just a beautiful song, like just creative, and all the way through, like towards the end, she just like lets it all go, and it's so good. So definitely look that one up.
We'll post that below.
Yeah. Samson is probably like my number one by her, but I honestly like listen to all her songs. I also really like Laughing With. That's like so good. And then like for more upbeat, I really like On the Radio and Fidelity.
And for giving credit where credit is due, I was introduced to her by Caroline and Stephen Horvat, brother and sister-in-law. They're the ones who actually introduced us to that. Am I right?
I don't think I knew that.
Yes, that's true. Yep. So they get credit for that. And Caroline says someone famous, she'll post below, but someone famous said that the song Samson is the saddest song that she'd ever heard in her whole life. And Samson is an awesome song.
Yeah.
I love this song.
Chills.
It is so good.
Hearing it live was like so insane. Yeah.
Good. Samson is one of those songs where you do have to sit and listen to it, and you will probably get chills on the back of your neck.
Yeah,
and and you just like, it is an awesome song.
Experience.
Yeah. So we're gonna post Samson, and that's great. But we're gonna do song of the day. We're gonna post all these songs, but we have to pick one. I thought we might pick one that's a little more upbeat, and so we decided on the radio, right?
Yes.
On the Radio is gonna be song of the day, just because that will get you introduced to her. But you got to listen to all the ones we post below, because she is so good. If you don't know her, you're going to add her today on your playlist, and you're going to start listening to her because she is that good. And if you do know her, play her some more and just tell us that you know her. And hey, Mark, we've been listening to her this whole time. Sarah loved the show. She loves this music too, and we will definitely see her again. We hope that music is back soon, and we will get a chance to see her again. Right? I mean, one of the best shows that we've ever seen, right?
Probably the best concert I've ever seen.
Yeah. So that's your song of the day. Again, that's your Wednesday song of the day. We're posting early. Enjoy it. Let me know what you think. Write your comments below. See what you think. And as usual,
we'll
see you on the flip side.